Ma che buio stasera. E già da un po' sono in strada con il capo all'insù a guardare verso il cielo e non mi riesce di trovare la luna. Mi viene una gran voglia di chiamarla. Luna! Magari si affaccia. Sarebbe bello, no? Tu la chiami e lei si affaccia. Non c'è niente da fare, la bianca.
It is hot, hot, hot. More like so humid. Welcome back to another video, Honey Bunches. It's Thursday afternoon. I've mainly been in the kitchen today, continuing to test things. What have I made? You saw pesto, like croque monsieur type chocopan loaf. The consistency didn't have enough hydration, so the crumb was a bit odd, and it was my first time trying a savoury chocopan, but it was fantastic. I think in some sort of small pan it would really shine and wouldn't turn into this lumpy, sunken looking, even if it's not interiorly situation. So that was interesting. I've made a blueberry chocopan, and what I was photographing just then were peanut butter chocolate bars, which are like a copycat of, in Australia it's called a koja bar. It's not like a famous Lara bar or anything, it's just like a delicious nutty chocolatey like snack bar found in the health food aisle. I don't know, it's glorious though, and I was looking at the ingredients one day thinking I could probably recreate this with what I have at home, and it took me 2 goes, but they're pretty much the same. So that's this week's recipe, and I found it interesting because I posted a TikTok when I was trying to make it the first time, which the taste was great. The texture was just a bit more fudge-like, so I fixed that, don't worry. Someone commented how they had tried to do the same thing, but like it's a bit dangerous, potentially, in having so many on hand. However, I beg to differ. I feel like it's actually a really healthy, like wholesome, wonderful thing to have too much on hand of something you maybe crave a lot, because there's 2 ways of seeing this. Cynical is that you're going to eat so much of it, you're going to be truly done with it and feel like, yeah, I've had enough, I'm kind of on borderline sick of it now. If that's possible. But actually I feel when you have a whole batch of something, you're more intuitive with how much you actually want rather than accept the portion given to you. So I'm all for having a big batch on hand. You can keep it in the fridge. It's mainly peanut butter, FYI, with like a few add-ins, and it's a bit crunchy, a bit fudgy, a bit chewy, nutty, salty. It's great. I feel like a toddler in this tank, lol. It was an op shop find, and it was cheap as chips and very breathable and cottony, so we love. I feel like this week has gone super duper fast though. On the weekend it's a bit dramatic. I came off my bike, I guess, but I sort of had to because as I might have mentioned, I've loved bike riding this summer, and my bike is maybe like 8 years old. I got it maybe when I was like 16. I've used it a lot, but it's in good nick, and obviously between the last time I rode it and this time the brake pads had gone, and I usually go along this bike path and I'm riding towards a very busy road on a very busy warm Saturday, and trying to slow down so I can cross that busy road and get on this bike path, and that was the first time I needed to put my brakes on this bike ride, and you're like, that's not what's meant to happen when nothing's happening. So realising I had a few options, because I'd worked up quite a speed, because I was feeling very energised and I hadn't been on a bike ride in like a week, so I was feeling overdue, very ready to go for it. I was so positive, so happy to be out. I couldn't brake with my feet because I was going too fast, so I just had to crash into the nature strip, missed the telephone pole, and I'm fine. I'm just like a bit bruised up, mainly on my legs actually, and that put me in a bit of like a sad, sore start to the week. But we're here, we have achieved a lot. Have to keep reminding myself, possibly my least favourite thing to do is like computer work, which is just essentially a lot of clicking. Like you don't really feel like you're doing anything. It's like, surely there should be a program that could do this, but no, you're just having to do the human part of technology not being up to it. Point being, I'm getting so close to my website being done, and I was doing heaps of tidying up of my blog so that I can go in and feel like it's a bit more fresh, and making it so it's much more organised, and it was just a lot of clicking and silly computer work for a lot of this week, but it's looking so good and I cannot wait to show you it. Probably in 2 weeks time it'll be good to go. Tonight I am going out for dinner with a friend I haven't seen in forever. Hey ho, it's Friday afternoon. I'm really struggling to put this vlog together because I'm having a big sad day with just multitude of things, with the cherry on top being the Putin-Ukraine unnecessary violence situation. So heavy. Yeah, so not much vloggable is happening today. Before I was just shooting a couple of recipes, and I don't really do a lot that's cute and like video capturable much these days, so it's often just me popping in saying hi in between other stuff. Yeah, I went out to lunch last night. Saw a friend I hadn't seen in ages and it was so lovely. Then have been trying to do some stuff today. Before I was making bits and bobs, can't even remember. Today feels like a dream. But no, the last thing I was making was some banana choc chip custard donuts. I'm playing around with the donut recipe, but I don't think that was a step in a positive direction, because they were less fluffy and I was trying to make them less sticky to handle, but that somehow compromised on fluffiness. So we discover new stuff and keep tinkering. I really don't have a lot positivo to say. Hope you're going okay, and thank goodness for doggos who keep us company and don't know about other stuff going on in the world and don't judge us, you know. As long as we give them their needs, they think we're doing pretty well, and sometimes we need that little reminder that we are doing pretty well given the circumstances.